Hello and welcome to another video tutorial of WordPress. Today we are going to learn how can we create a comparison table in our WordPress website. Let's get started. Click on add new plugin. Search for Elementor. Click on install now. Elementor install. Click on activate. Elementor also activated. Let's search for SaasPricing here. Click on install now. Click on activated. Okay, SaasPricing also activated. We have already installed Elementor and SaasPricing. Let's create a page. Comparison table. And click on it with Elementor. Okay, we have already opened a page with Elementor. Let's search for comparison table. Comparison table is here. Let's drop it in the canvas. Okay, here it is. By default, this is the default look of comparison table. Okay, let's try one by one. We have 3 tabs or section here: header, features, and also CTA. We'll start from header here. Click on that. Here is table title, table description, table tag. We can change our table title from here. Comparison table. We can also change our description from table description. We can change our tags, title tags from here. We can also select our pricing table column from here. We can make it 1, we can make it 2 or 3. Okay. So there is column title tag. And here is alignment. We can change column title tag, also alignment here in header section. Okay, let's click on alignment. Okay, we can see that it's working. Okay, let's dive into column 2 or column 1. We can choose any of them between these 3 columns. Because if we know how to edit a column, we know for both columns. Okay, so start with column 2. This is column 2. Column 2 description. Column 2 description. Okay. We can also add ribbon for our particular columns. Click on ribbon. We can enable ribbon. Yeah, it's enabled. We can also change ribbon title. Hot offer. Okay, and we can also enable countdown, how long this hot offer will continue. Click on enable countdown. Okay, it will continue 2 days. Okay, so we can also add image styles, or we can upload image. So from here we can upload image. So by default it's default image. So we can also increase or decrease our image width from here. By default, this image image is lightbox enabled, but we can also disable lightbox effect for this image, and we can also add gap between image and pricing here. Okay, so here is price. We can change price content from here. Suppose I want to make it another currency. Click on euro. It's changed to euro. We can also change our pricing currency format. Right now this is default currency format. We can make it this to this format. We can also enable sale. We can change our period here, and we can also remove that if we don't need that. We can add review, so it looks ugly. Okay, let's price, I don't need sale. Let's go to this here. Okay, so now this looks good. Okay, let's enable review. By default it's disabled. Click on show rating. Okay, when we click on enable button, it will appears. We can decrease our rating values like this, and we can also add rating counter text here. We can make it no review yet. Okay, by default I don't need that. No review yet. Okay, we can also manage that. I don't think so we need too much text here. Okay, so let's go to column background color. Here we can add whole column background color from here. Make it gray. Okay, so it also looks ugly. So by default, so make it default. Okay, I don't need this column background right now, but if we want any column background here, we can also add that from this background color. So by default this background color or this text are not looking good with this background color. We can also change our text color for that. We'll look onto that also in style part. For now we'll cover content part. Okay, this is it, so make it clear. We can also, this is how we can change our header part of column 2. We have already seen. We can also do the same thing for column 1 and column 3, what we did with column 2. Okay, so let's go to features. In features, we can add features for our uh, columns or our products, anything you can say. So this is our feature section. Here we can add feature title, feature 1. We can also enable tooltip for this feature title. Okay, we can add also tooltip description. Feature 1 description. Feature 1 description, we can see that. And we can also set position for this tooltip. We can make it after the title. Click on after. Okay, now it's now after the title. So each title has particular feature. For this feature 1, we have column 1 fit. Okay, column 1 fit. This is column 2. Make it, oh, column 1 fit, column 2 fit, column 3 fit. Okay, so this is how we can change feature columns feature. We can also change features icons from here. Let's make it check circle. Click on insert. Oh, it's changed. Okay, the same mechanism for feature title 2, feature title 3, feature title 4. We can also add more features like this by clicking on add items, but right now I don't need that. So we can also, okay, make it disable. Okay, right now I don't need that. Okay, we can set feature title alignment from here. By default it's on the left. We can make it center, we can make it right. Okay, so make it left that it was before. We can also set alignment for features, column features, by clicking on here. By default it's in the center. We can make it left, make it center, make it right. Okay, this is our features, what we can do with our features in comparison table. Let's dive into CTA tab or section, anything you can say. By default there is 3 primary CTA enabled for these 3 columns. We can see that already. This is for column 1, this is for column 2, and this is for column 3. So let's start with column 2 that we already did in our header part. If we learn how to add, edit, or customize column 2, we we will know that by default column 1 how to edit, customize column 1 or column 3. Okay. Okay, by default primary button is enabled. We can change button text from here. Column 2 btn. Okay, so it looks bigger, text seems long, so I don't need that. Make it what it was before. Get started. Okay, so with this how we can change our button text. We can add also links in our button here. Right now make it hash. I don't need any links here right now. We can also add option in new tab. When we click on this button, it will open in new tab with this link or not. We can also disable that. So I don't, we don't have to focus on this links option right now. Let's back to the size here. We can also change our button size. We can make it extra small. Okay, make it medium, make it large, and also extra large. So by default it's small. Okay, where we are. Okay, let's click on button. So here we can also change our icon from the icon library of Elementor. Click on all icons, and yeah, right now we can make it what is the name of this arrow? Okay, arrow alt circle right. We can make it insert. Okay, that's how we can change also our button icon. Okay, we can add spacing. We can add space between button text and icon. Okay, by default it's 8. Keep it that it was before. Okay, by default it was 8. Okay, so this is how we can customize our primary button. Oh, we can also set position our button to the top. Yeah, that's how we can make it make it in the top position. We can positioning our primary button to the top and also bottom. So let's look into our secondary button. By default it's disabled. If we click on enable, it will be enabled. This secondary button features are like same as primary button. It has also text content. We can also add link here. We can add size for this secondary button. We can add also icon for this secondary button. We can also add spacing. We can also set position for our secondary button. Okay, so this is now at top. Okay, so let's make it visible that it was before. Background color delete here. We can change. We have already seen that we can change our button background color from here. So right now I don't need that. We can make it that it was before. We can also add alignment for our button here. It will globally aligned. When we click on this CTA alignment, we can set CTA alignment. Let's click on left. If we click on left, it will go to the left. It will, when you click on center, it will go through the center. When we click on right, it will go to the right. And when we click on justify, yeah, it looks kind of weird, but we can also manage this padding from our style tab. We will look into that also. So by default, it's on the center. We can make it right, left, or we can make it justify. That's mean full width. So that is for our content part. In style section, there is table tab, heading tab, pricing tab, tooltip tab, features tab, review, ribbon, CTA. By using these tabs, we can add style into our table, pricing, features, ribbon, CTA. So let's get started from beginning. Table. Okay. From here, we can add our table padding here. We can add also table background color, table title color, typography distance, table description. Okay, let's start with table background color. This is, let's clear that. We can also increase our table title typography, also add color for that. Okay, typography, we can add typography for table title. Okay, back to default. Table description is same as table title, distance, color, typography. There is also alignment for table title and description here. We can also add description. We can add also distance between title and description here. So right now I don't need that. Keep it at it was before. We can also add table border here. We can add inner row width and also column width. We can also add table border color. Okay, we can see that now there is table width. We can also increase our border width from here by click on increase. So this is how we can add border to our table. So I don't know what it was. Okay, right now I don't need that. Okay, so keep it as it was before. Go to the heading part. Let's click on heading part actually. Pardon my mistake. This is heading section or heading tab. We can add our column 1 head title color, description color, head background, also add head border radius, box shadow. We have also hover option for each head here. So previously we use column 2. So let's also add style for column 2 head here. So let's add a color, make it blue. Okay, also add color for our description, make it also blue. We can also add hover for that. In hover we will use green, I think, so that we can understand it's hover. Actually it's working on hover. Yeah, this is cool, right? In border we can add also border here for these columns here. Sorry, this head here. We can add also border, also can add border radius, box shadow. So column 1, column 2, and column 3 settings are similar. Okay, so let's move on to next part. In pricing, we can add also pricing padding here in column 1, column 2, column 3. Same styles we can add for column 1, column 2, or column 3. Previously we edited content part of edited content part. Previously we edited column 2 pricing content. So let's add some style on column 2 pricing content. There is price color, period color, background color. Also we already discussed about padding. There is also currency symbol size, position, vertical position of currency, fractional part. Right now, okay, fractional part also working for default price format. And here is original price, typography, vertical position. We have also style. We can also add style for period here. We can add price color here. Oh, there is right now I have no period. Also background. So we need to add background color here. Period. If we want to add period color, we need to add period here. So let's back to the content part and click on column 2 and go to price and make it monthly like previous one, monthly. Okay, so if I add color here now, okay, it's working. We can also add column 2 background color, and we can add increase size of currency, so make it a little bit smaller. We can position our currency right, after, before, after. So let's make it after the price. Yeah, it's now after the price here. Let's make it was before. We can also set vertical position for our currency symbol. Make it top, make it middle, make it bottom. In fractional part right now, we don't have any price in fractional format. Let's go to content part again, and in price make it fractional. Okay, so now it's we have switched this price in fractional format. Let's go to pricing section or tab. We can also increase our fractional part size. We can vertically we can set vertically it top, middle, and also bottom. Okay, there is also original price. We already know about that. This is our original price, so we can also add style for that one. Go to pricing. Okay, we can add typography for that. Oh yeah, okay, that's cool. We can make it also position at top, middle, bottom. In period we can add our period typography, and also make position it into bottom. Let's click on below. It's now in below. So this what we can add style with our pricing section. Go to tooltip tab. We know there's also tooltip here. We discussed already about it. If we enable one tooltip here, go to style tab again, we can add our tooltip color from here. By clicking on color, we can add also color for our tooltip. We can increase our tooltip size here. We can add also make distance from feature title, and we can add distance between features and feature title and tooltip here. Okay. So now right now this looks weird because our feature title is a little bit smaller than our tooltip font size. So let's go to feature section. In here we can add feature title color, feature title typography, background color, same styles that we have already working with. We can add also feature title color, typography, background color, icon size, distance. We can add column 1, column 2, column 3 text color. These are here. We can also add text color for this feature text, and also add icon, also add color for this feature text icon. We can also add typography, padding, even not. This feature is really interesting feature. So let's start from feature title. Let's add color for feature title here. Okay, all title are now blue. Actually, it's not blue. We can also add typography for feature title. Okay, make it a little bit smaller. Okay, it's too much. So now I think tooltip font size and feature title font size kind of similar. So let's go to tooltip font. It's 18 and it's 17. Make it also 1 pixel. And now where tooltip font size and feature title font size are same, we can also decrease the gap between title and tooltip. Okay, we can increase icon size from here, feature text. We can also see that. Okay. We can also add distance between icons and feature text. This is how we can do that. Let's see an example with column 2 again. Add style for text color and icon color. We can also add feature text typography here. We can make it we can increase our typography for our feature text. We can also increase our icon size from here. We can also add padding for our feature text, and even not. This is really interesting part. We can add also odd background, and let's add even background. Okay, make it blue. Yeah, this feature actually work. This is how actually this feature work. So for now we are done with features tab. Click on review. In review, we can add style for our this review. We in column 2 we have already enabled review for column 2. Click on, if we add review color, make it blue. Okay, we can see there is we have already added color for review, and there is a interesting feature that called this called unmarked color. We can also add unmarked color here, and review text color, make it green to for visibility. Okay, so we can see that we can change review color, unmarked color, and also review text color. We can also add spacing between starts, and text typography. This typography is for review text. Here it is. So that's all for our review tab. In ribbon, we can add a ribbon background. We can add typography for review title. Here it is. We can also add padding. We can add typography for our countdown. We can also add padding for our countdown. We can add distance between title and countdown here. This is how we can increase distance between title and countdown. Here is also padding for ribbon. Right now we have enabled column 2 ribbon. So for column 2 we can add ribbon title, countdown, ribbon title color, countdown title color, also background color, make it, it's okay. That's how we can change our ribbon background color, title color, and countdown color. We can also add hover color for title, countdown, background, and also add border radius. Let's make it green in hover. Okay, so we can see that when we hover our ribbon, ribbon title getting green in hover. Okay, so that is also for our ribbon part. Let's go to CTA part. This is the last part of our pricing table. In CTA part, we can add button background color. Actually, we need to add column 2 here. We can also add background color for our button. We can also add text color, make it green. No, it's not looking great. We can also make it black. It's not black, by the way. We can also add hover background color for our pricing table. Make it green on hover. In hover, make it white. Yeah, that is. We can add background color, hover color for our button. We can add border radius. No, we can add also border radius for our button here. So column 3, okay. What we can also we can also add box shadow for our button here. So right now I don't need that. So okay, in border radius we can add border radius for that, make it more. Okay, it's working only for top. We can make it rounded using border radius. Okay, right now I don't need that. We can add also a primary button padding from here. All primary button padding is now 0. Back to the default. We can also add margin. The same functionality is also for secondary buttons. Right now this is disabled. So if you know how to add styles for primary buttons, it's the same method to add style for secondary buttons. So that is how we can add style for our buttons. So this video, I sh- I should I I need now end this video because I have nothing to show right now. So this is how we can actually create a comparison table using content, using style. We can add in our comparison table style, content, etc, etc. So I hope this video will help you to create a comparison table for your WordPress website. Thank you.